Hey guys, it's Jeff with Jailbreak Movies. I want to share with you a new jailbreak tweak called Multitasktures. That's a mouthful. Basically, it's multitasking and gestures combined into one. Now, the problem with this tweak that can be a little confusing for some users is that there are no settings, there's no app icons or anything. The way you set this up, let me just show you real quick. You go into your settings app, you go into your Activator settings section, you tap anywhere, and then you assign the multitaskers to a specific activator action. So in this instance, you need at least 2 different activator actions to really make this work, because you're going to be switching between apps left and right, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So you want to get an activator action that allows you to use the left and right functionality. So let me just use, here's probably one of the better ones, slide in gesture. You can slide in from the bottom left or slide in from the bottom right. So for the bottom left, I'm going to assign the left app multitasker. Okay, and then for the bottom right, I'm going to do the same thing for the right app multitasker. Alright, so we have both of those set. Okay, so to demonstrate this, let me just open up an app, say Safari for instance. And then let me just open Cydia again. Now normally when I want to switch between apps, what do? Well, you double click your home button, you find your other app, you tap the app, it switches. But with Multitaskers, it uses Apple's built-in, multitasking functionality that came with iOS 4.3. So you can use your activator actions to switch, to invoke your app switcher. So I'm going to swipe in from the right, the bottom right, and you can see it switches to the next app, which should be Cydia, which isn't loading right now. But if I swipe in from the bottom left, you see I go right back to my Safari. So I can just keep swiping in from the bottom right and keep navigating back and forth. So that allows me to switch apps without invoking the app switcher. And then if I try to go too far, you'll get the little bouncy motion. Now, of course, this may be pretty familiar to those of you who have enabled multi-touch gestures on your iPhone or on your iPad. It's the same thing. The only difference is you're not using a 4-finger swipe to invoke the app switcher. You're using activator actions. So it's kind of a just a play on the multi-touch gestures, basically. Now, are you going to like this? Well, it's kind of going to boil down to personal preference. You may prefer just the native multi-touch gestures that allow you to switch between apps, or you may prefer the activator method. It's going to depend on you. Personally, I think I prefer the the Apple native multi-touch gestures that allow you to switch apps. But if you're having trouble getting those working, then this is probably the next best thing. So again, the name is Multitasktures. It's free on Cydia. Will you be trying it? Well, if you do, let me know. This is Jeff with jailbreakmovies.com.